Welcome back to episode 77, the Bradley Bozeman episode of the Purple Rain podcast with Sutton Def and Simply AS10. And, last night, just Ravens and Monday Night Football goes together like peanut butter and jelly. I don't know. I'm kind of lost after that one.
But it goes hand in hand. Yeah, it goes hand in hand. Ravens and primetime football. I mean, the NFL knows what they're doing, right? They know we know how to put on the show.
That's why we have so many primetime games, I guess. But, it just adds to that sign to your left, our right. Just a soap opera season.
Opera season. Yeah, it is, man. It's just the ups and downs, the emotional roller coaster. And we're only in, week 5 going to week 6 now. So we are strapped in tight and we are going for one hell of a ride. But this is episode 77 of the Purple Rain podcast. Big shout out to all of you guys watching right now, whether it be live or after the fact. We appreciate you guys all the same. Just before we get into anything else, real quick, you can find me on Twitter or Instagram at Sutton Def. You want to go ahead and follow me on there. And also my guy Alex, you can find him on Twitter at simplyas10prod, on Instagram at simplyas10.prod. If you want to go ahead and follow him, make sure you subscribe to his YouTube channel as well, just simply as10, simple as that. And then also, if you want to follow us, so me and Alex together, Purple Rain Podcast on Instagram, you can follow us on Instagram at the Purple Rain Podcast. Now,
real quick.
Yeah.
We're approaching 2,000 subs.
Ooh, we are.
Do we drop it? A little giveaway?
Drop it.
All right. I mean, when we hit 2K, we'll have a giveaway. And as the time gets closer, we'll drop what we're doing.
Yeah.
But it's a little Ravens merch. But as the time comes, so just be on the lookout for that.
Definitely be on the lookout for that. A shout out time. We got to give a big shout out to everybody watching live right now. Let's see, we got Tony Hendo in the house. What's up, Tony? Darius the official. Deontay Staley says game of the year last night. I don't know. It was a good ass game. Great comeback. I don't know. X Lee, what's good? J Prime 235. Our guy Falou is in the building. Zach George. Yolanda is in the building. Says PRP. What's up, Yolanda? Thank you for joining the stream tonight. Mallow226 says, what's up, Rain Gang? Wild game last night and great MVPW. I know that's right, man. I know that's right. Got a guy, Luis, in here. I see you, Dylan. The Joker is in the house. Big shout out to the Joker. Let's see, Jabari Cruz Ellis in the house as well. Big shout out to Jabari. Kaylee Sports in here too. Okay, we got the classic Rain Gang in here tonight. Kaylee Sports, John James in here. Lisa Ann, hey guys, LJ has 1519 passing yards. Where do you see him at the end of the season, yardage wise? I don't know. I mean, he's on pace for 4.
Yeah.
Right?
Could be more.
Could be more. So we'll keep track of that. But big shout out to all you guys. Click One in the building. Ron TV, SG, Julian, Spencer, Emmanuel, Gazzo, Daquan Jones. All you guys are in here. The Rain Gang, as usual, in full effect tonight. Guys, make sure you like the video. If you haven't already, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel as well if you're new, because we got tons of Purple Rain and Ravens content coming your way soon and very soon. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Engraven Videos in the house. What's up? Engraven, my guy, says Purple Rain. Yes, sir.
I know my guy's running like no sleep. Got the videos at the stream from last night.
Oh yeah. Big shout out to all the Ravens YouTubers who put in the time and effort just all the time, just streaming right after games, videos during the day. It's just, yeah, man, it's a lot. I know it's a lot. So big shout out to our guy Engraven. Make sure you guys are subscribed to his channel as well if you haven't already. Jessica Bass in the house says yo, hashtag Purple Rain Gang. What's up, Jessica? Thank you for joining the stream tonight. We appreciate you so much. Let's see. The Joker 811 says, Alex, you got to have more faith in the team. LOL, you know what I'm talking about. Emotions get the best of us. Thank you so much for your super chat donation to Joker. Kicking us off tonight, making it rain here on episode 77 of the Purple Rain podcast. Alex, what say you?
I put a tweet out saying the team is pathetic after the fumble.
I saw
and I stand by it. I stand by it. That defense, it was pathetic last night.
It was.
You let Carson Wentz tear us apart.
Yeah.
I will stand by it. I mean, the offense wasn't. It was the defense I was mainly talking about. But there's a lot of problems in this team. And if we didn't have 8, we'd be 1-4, 0-5 possibly. I'm just going to be honest. Like, he saved us every game, it feels like. So now I'm going to stand by that statement.
Okay. I like it. We have another super chat donation coming in from Jabari Cruz Ellis, our guy. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate you making it rain here on episode 77. Says, what's up, guys? Are you not entertained? He says, also, Ravens broke the Colts record of 120-0 when leading by 16 points in the fourth quarter by giving them that L. Yeah, I saw that. I remember seeing that on the broadcast last night.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that
it's
was pretty
crazy.
cool.
We were down what? What was the score like? I
22 to
forget.
3. We were
Yeah,
down 19 going into the
with
fourth.
like
Yeah.
15, like 11 minutes left. I'm pretty sure it was
Yeah, it
crazy.
was. Oh my goodness. I mean, you were there. Let's talk about that, right?
Okay.
You were actually at the game. Our guy Alex was at the game.
Yeah.
Tons of crap happened while he was at the game too. So, Alex, just set the scene for us. How
Okay.
was it? What happened?
All right. Let me give a big shout out to my friend Ashton, who actually invited me. Literally Sunday night. I was
Hmm.
not planning to go. He calls me. He's like, "You want to go?" I said no. Called him back and said, "All right, second thought. Offer's still there, so I take it." So we go to the game yesterday. Dude, the bank was just live.
Lit.
I'm talking about but from the intro to even when we were down. Like even when Jonathan Taylor took that 75 yards, it felt I think it was that
Hmm.
screen, we were still, making noise and every third down loud. And just the
Yeah.
defense was letting us down. Same with the offense. We were quiet, letting them do their thing.
Yeah.
Even there was a couple of pre-snap penalties on the Colts. The noise was getting to them.
Yeah.
Um, People started leaving. So I'll just skip to the fourth quarter. People started leaving. And then I don't know what happened, but I know that Calais Campbell was getting into some people on the sideline. I was right behind the Ravens bench.
Oh,
Calais
really?
Campbell was getting into some people, like kind of yelling at them, like, "Come on, let's get this going."
Mm.
Lamar put that towel over his head and then got to work. Um,
Mm.
yeah, and then even went with their kick. I don't know what's going on with their kicker. Like I don't know why was there like the other kicker taking it. I don't know what was going on.
So apparently, Rodrigo Blankenship had a hip injury that he tweaked
Ah,
like before the game. Yeah.
okay.
So
So I was like, why is 8 taking it? And then I honestly, I was like, we're gonna just block this kick and take it back in the game. But I'll take the miss too. I'll take the miss.
right.
But what I was really, really just kind of impressed with was just our receivers. Like
Mm.
they were just doing their thing. Like
Yeah.
Mark Andrews yesterday, that right there, that's a top two, not two performance. That right
Yeah.
there.
He was out there catching everything, making guys miss from more yards. It was beautiful, beautiful to watch from Mark Andrews. Absolutely.
And honestly, he's a top three tight end right now. I'm just gonna. I got him above Kittle right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Got to.
I could see that. I could see that. I don't think Kittle's done all too much this
And he's
season.
he's out too. He was hurt
He's
last
out. Yeah, right,
season.
right, right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so just talking more about this game, I think the what we're gonna get into first about this game and reviewing it at least is just our biggest takeaways from the game.
Okay.
So obviously a lot happened. Like we said, it's been an emotional roller coaster watching the Ravens play lately. But what were your biggest takeaways, Alex, from last night's game, or your biggest one? And make sure you guys as well in the chat leave your biggest takeaways as well, because we will be bringing them up on screen and discussing those too. So, but what was your biggest takeaway?
I feel like since we won, I can kind of bring it up. It's not my biggest takeaway, but it's a takeaway. It's the
Mm,
NFL and their referees need to have a long look at themselves. I'm gonna
mm,
flash this back to week 2. We go for 2 points and we get it. Remember that penalty? Who it was on Kevin Zeitler? What they called
yeah. What do they call?
the illegal man downfield.
Oh yeah, right, right, yeah, yeah.
The whole night, man, the Colts were doing it. They were down the field 3, 4, 5 yards on the screenplays.
Mm.
And then the whole Tavon Young thing. I don't know if they
Oh,
showed
that
on
blew me.
TV, but Jack
Yeah,
Doyle literally pushed his head on the ground. He defends himself. They call a flag. The Justin Houston Carson Wentz thing didn't. You call it play dead there. I don't know why they kept it going. Weird, but I was getting my biggest takeaway. It's got to be Lamar Jackson. It's got to
mm,
be that this man is not a running quarterback anymore. He's a fucking quarterback who can throw the ball
yeah,
with the fucking best of them. I don't care what
yeah,
anybody says. What he did yesterday and what he's done the whole season, like you said, video you put earlier, MVP candidate, number
yeah.
one right now with what he has and what he's doing. MVP, 100%. Lamar
Absolutely, I
Jackson is
agree.
that fucking guy. That's my biggest takeaway.
Yeah, he is. Solid point there. Solid point there. We do have another super chat donation coming in from the Joker. Thank you so much, my man. We appreciate you each and every time. Says, any concerns with Watkins being injured, although Bateman will play next week? Nah, not really. I'm not concerned about Sammy Watkins too much. I mean, the play that he got hurt on didn't really look like it was too much of like an ankle thing. Looked like he kind of
Precaution,
got
I
the
think.
wind knocked out of him. Yeah. I think he'll be good to go next
They said it
weekend.
was a
And like you
hamstring, I'm
said,
pretty sure. Because I saw they
ankle,
put him in
yeah,
a
or
blue tent.
hamstring.
I
Okay.
mean,
Yeah.
Bateman's coming back. I'm really excited for that, but I just want to see this receiving core healthy, like full, because we saw it again last night. Duve and Prochet
Yeah.
did their thing.
Yeah.
Like,
And yeah, I think that can that segues right to my biggest takeaway, man. And I kind of have like a 1A and a 1B, but my 1A is the receivers, right? So
yeah.
I've said it many a times right here on the Purple Rain podcast. Can't remember what episode exactly, but I've said it many times. Like, there will come a time where the Ravens are down 2 or 3 possessions, and we're not just gonna be able to lean on teams with the run. In fact, there's gonna come a time where we're gonna have to completely abandon the run and really show what this passing game can do. That's exactly what we did last night. And I mean, it was just, it was beautiful to watch Lamar go out there and just like move up and down the field with authority. I tweeted it. I think it was like late in the third quarter, early fourth quarter, and we started running that up tempo,
Oh, I
that
loved it.
fast paced offense.
I
Oh, they
loved
couldn't
it.
stop it. They couldn't
Hey, you put
stop it.
15 players on the field, they're not stopping it. That's just how it
Yeah,
was. We were in a
yeah. And the
sync.
thing is, I tweeted, I was like, they couldn't stop this last season. We did the same thing to them last season in the second half.
Yep.
They could not do anything with it. Same thing stood. So it just goes to show like what Lamar Jackson can do to a defense, and especially with these receivers we have now, you got to look at like the guys that were out there making plays, like Hollywood Brown and Mark Andrews really, really made a name for themselves last night. Really did.
Yeah.
Both of them went over 100 yards receiving, 2 touchdowns apiece, man. They were the key factors in that comeback, right? So, just the receiving core, they showed a lot of promise to me. Sammy Watkins had some good catches. James Prochet, I know he only had 2 for like 15, but the ones he had were
First
meaningful.
down, chain
So,
movers.
yeah,
And they missed
exactly.
the helmet to helmet call on
They
that
did.
too. And
They did.
surprise, surprise, it's Andrew Sendejo, the same one who went for J.K. Dobbins last year and got ran over.
Yeah.
It's obvious. I mean, I don't know how you don't call that either. That was right in front of me. You could hear
Yeah.
the hit, but
Right.
yeah, I mean, those guys. I mean, there's a reason why like Ravens fans were calling for them to be used last year, not because we wanted them. Like we knew they had something in them, and they're showing it this
Right.
year. They're just coming up
Yeah.
big time.
Yes, sir. So I see we got a couple of you other guys coming in the chat slowly but surely. Stroid Graphics, Luis. My guy Mark 4 is in here. What's up, Mark? Let's see. We have a couple more super chat donations coming in from you guys as well. This first one's gonna come from the Joker. No, not that one. That was one we already just pulled up. This one's gonna come from Savix, actually.
Okay.
Big shout out to Savix. Thank you so much. Says, when
Thank you.
are we gonna pay Lamar? Says, when the F are we gonna pay Lamar? I
Man,
think it's gonna be right after the season's over. Like,
right after he wins the Super Bowl.
yeah. 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 Thank you so much, Savix, for your super chat donation, but there is your answer. The Joker says, okay, cool. Well, what about the running game? Would we be able to get it going if teams see we can't run and start focusing on the passing and stop us there? Hey, man, I feel like the running game is something that's going to come around. And right now, that was my other biggest takeaway too.
Yeah.
We could not run the ball at all. Like, it was just not working at all, man. The Forrest Buckner and those guys inside on the interior, they were not letting up anything.
No.
Which is, credit to them, but it just really makes you miss a Gus Edwards and a J.K. Dobbins, you know what I mean? Because our running attack would look so much different and be so much better. We'd be better than the Browns running the football if we had J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards. But we don't, Latavius Murray, Tyson Williams, Devonta Freeman. Devonta Freeman had a decent game catching the ball last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know you saw that live in person. But
I was gonna get into that. Like I was just cursing him left, right, and center. I'm like, why is he still playing? But it's like when he's in the pass game, okay, I'm seeing production. Like I won't get mad if we keep him to catch out the backfield because he's our best pass catching back. Him and Le'Veon, but I kind of wanted Le'Veon to play yesterday, but we didn't call him up. But and with the whole news coming out about a trade, I don't really know who we're gonna trade. I mean, Tyson showed me a little something yesterday. He caught some balls. I mean, he was running it. Latavius dropped one. Like I don't know who the odd man really out is. It's weird. Our running back, it's really weird with our running back situation.
Yeah, it is really weird, man, and it's definitely concerning, because at the end of the day, the Ravens' identity is a run first football team. We fell back upon like the fact that we can pass now. We fell back on that. But our primary point of attack is going to be with the running game. So I definitely want to see some improvements in that department, whether it be from Tyson Williams having a big breakout game, or Latavius Murray, or just any of these guys, man, because we need production on the ground. We can't be playing outside in all the time. You know what I mean? We can't be setting up the run with the pass. I just don't think that we're that type of team. But like I said, the silver lining is if we can't run the football, we've made it clear and obvious that we can throw that bitch all around the field. We can do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Lamar
then
can do it.
and Lamar can scramble too.
He can
He
scramble.
made like the whole team missed in one of the plays yesterday.
He did. Did you see what's Baldy's breakdown?
I have not. Got to get caught up tonight. I have not, but I can
Yeah,
imagine
yeah,
that's pretty
man.
good.
Yeah, man. He was just making guys miss all over the field. Now, somebody did say this. I saw a couple people actually tweet this last night. Does Lamar Jackson seem a little bit slower, like a step slower this year than he was in previous years?
I just don't think we've seen him at his full speed. But I
Mm,
can see what you mean. But he was outrunning people. But
yeah. It seems like
we
he just
haven't
doesn't get
seen.
around the corner with the same amount of ease that he used to, you know?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll have
I
to
don't know.
rewatch it. I hope
Yeah.
not.
Okay, yeah, you go back and look at some of those plays, it's just like normally like 2 years ago, that linebacker had no shot at even whiffing at Lamar Jackson's shoelaces coming around the corner, but it seems like guys are getting hands on him, catching up to him a little bit. And I don't know if that's just more so like positioning, because
Yeah, that's what
defenses
I'm
have to
thinking.
like, right, yeah, they're just in better position now, but who knows? We do have another super chat donation. This one coming from Darius the Official. Thank you so much, my man, making it
Thank you, thank
rain
you.
here on episode 77 of the Purple Rain Podcast. Make sure you like the video, subscribe if you're new. Darius the Official says, when can this tackling issue be fixed, though, man? That's
Oh man.
another big
Oh
takeaway.
my
Yeah, you guys keep them
goodness.
coming with the takeaways. The tackling was a huge issue. It was a huge issue, man. Like, I think I said it in the preview episode. Listen, the Colts, they like to utilize their running backs in the passing game. You see Jonathan Taylor had over
All of
100
them.
yards receiving.
All Hines and Mac. All of them were just.
They were just Mac was averaging 8 yards a carry. That was ridiculous. It was bad. It was bad. And the tackling just out in open space, because they like to run the screens. Like the first screen that they threw was a 75-yard touchdown, right? Because Wink of course dialed up that blitz on third downs and everybody coming, and just nobody wanted to tackle. I don't know. He ran through at least like 3 or 4 Ravens, Jonathan
Yeah.
Taylor, that is, before he broke into the open field and scored that touchdown. So yeah, man, tackling definitely needs to be better. Specifically, look, I'm gonna have to call out my man PQ, man. I'm gonna have to call out my man PQ. I didn't like what I saw from him last night. In the past couple weeks. Didn't really like it either. I know he hasn't liked it either. He's literally said himself that he needs to play better. And last night there were a couple plays where he would have a guy like basically dead to rights, and just couldn't wrap up, couldn't finish the tackle. And that's something that, I don't know if it's like a mental thing or what is it or what it is, but I think as time goes on, he'll develop kind of like those, I don't want to say the instincts, but just like the mental side of the game. Because we've seen
Hmm.
we've seen Patrick Queen perform at a very high level.
He did it last night. The
He
one play where he went through the middle, got blocked, and still made the play in the backfield.
that
Like
that
it's
was a
there.
really good play. I remember that play. I
Yeah,
do remember
it's
that play.
there.
That was
Like.
the one play. That was the one play I was like, yeah, PQ, he made that play for sure.
Hmm.
He did. And which was good. He shows flashes. It's just you would like to see it more consistently, you know.
Hmm. I'm there with you
Um,
on that. But
right,
that's just where we're missing LJ Ford too, which is like people don't really talk about. It's like okay, JK, Gus, they're hurt, Marcus Peters, but like LJ Ford,
right.
that was our veteran guy. Like he would come in there. It could be him and Queen. Queen would be the number two. Queen, he'll probably be blitzing, but LJ is good in coverage. And I
Yeah,
was surprised Josh Bynes was inactive too last night. I could have thought we
he
could have
was,
used
yeah.
him. So I think we'll probably be seeing Josh Bynes active more after last night too.
Right. We do have another super chat donation. This one coming from Savix again. Thank you so much, Savix. We
Thank you,
appreciate you,
man.
my
Thank
man.
you.
Says, to be honest, that screen touchdown was annoying, but didn't really get me mad. But that underthrow deep ball to Pittman touchdown really pissed me off. Yeah, the one where Anthony Averett was covering him.
He got
Anthony Averett
lost.
was getting, oh my
He got,
God, he was getting brutalized all game. And that was just kind of like, to cap it all off. That was embarrassing because it was PI and he still caught it. So it was like an and one in basketball. It's just
and
embarrassing.
then
Not good.
and then the touchdown.
And then touchdown.
It was like a 3-point play.
Yeah.
Got fouled in your mouth. It was terrible.
It was bad. It was bad. And then Anthony Avery, he was really bothering me, like sagging off of Michael Pittman so much or whoever he was guarding,
I'm it's
Oh my goodness, it was killing me because it was just
that
every time it was like Carson Wentz just knew like, okay, this corner over here on the left side of the field, he's gonna back far off of his receiver. So Michael Pittman's just gonna take a 3-4 steps up, break down his route, turn around, the ball's gonna be right to him, first down, easy. That happened at least 2 or 3 times. Chain movers on Anthony Averett, who we just spent so much time talking up just last week. You know, he was like, I made a name for myself and all this, and now he's right back to square one. So I guess he's gonna have to make a name for himself again because that last night was not a good performance by AA.
Like my whole like football weekend is just the cornerbacks sagging off. It started
Yeah,
Saturday with Towson because the Towson cornerbacks doing the same thing, giving so much cushion and curl routes. We
yeah,
won, but curl routes, just the whole thing. And last night, sagging off in the NFL, just sagging off, easy yards, these moving the chains. I'm like, what is going on right now? Like, did
yeah.
Wink not see something? And I even said it. Like, I'm gonna say that the coordinators, both of them, like they need to have a long look at themselves because Roman is lucky that we're not playing a better team last night because we're not coming back from that.
Mm.
We aren't. I mean, 19 points coming back in the NFL is really unheard of sometimes. Hell, the 28-3 is crazy. I mean, you got to look at the Falcons at that, but
Right.
and just Wink too. I know it's players, but coaches have to look at themselves too because I really haven't seen an improvement in some places, like the linebackers, Rob Ryan, WID,
Mm.
Owe and Tavon Young. Like I said, I'll stick by it. They were the only people on defense for me that actually showed up last night.
I mean, Owe, Tavon Young. I thought that Brandon Stevens stepping into that role for Deshaun Elliott played a lot better than
I can give you that.
we give him credit for. He led the team in tackles. He had 12 tackles.
Free Darius Washington, by the way.
Yeah, that's too. But yeah, man, the defense really was frustrating all night long. Even when we started to come back, you could tell the momentum was clearly on our side. The defense was still selling. Like it was like they couldn't help themselves. Like even on like the last
Yeah.
drive where they were driving down to try to kick that field goal to end the game, they still got down the field. What was like a? It was at one point it was like a third or
Well,
fourth down. They converted.
it was a third down, and then that's when they called that BS. I'm trying to stop the cursing. The BS 15-yard penalty on Tavon Young because
Mm,
Doyle wanted to, and Deshaun Elliott said he wants to see Doyle again. I mean, last time he met him, he laid him out and knocked him out the game. But
yeah, I mean,
yeah,
shoot.
that
Real quick, how do you feel about that? I just want to take a little break. Like the whole Jack Doyle, Tavon Young thing. I know we touched on it a little bit earlier, but like, and I know like everybody always says, and the rule is like, oh, the second guy always gets penalized, or the
yeah,
person who retaliates always gets
yeah.
penalized. Do you agree with that?
It seems like it happens. It really does. I mean, I just think back, just he flopped too. Like you're trying to tell me Tavon Young, who he's lean, he's muscular, but compared to a tight end, and you push him and he just goes flying like that. I
Right.
think back to the divisional game when Judon like barely pushed Josh Allen and he like
Yeah.
goes back like this.
Yeah. He flops. Right.
Yeah, it's just the refereeing in the NFL is just really sad. It's
Yeah.
like just you hire these guys are I'm sorry they're old as shit. Like this is not trying to be come at their age, but it's like is their vision still there? Can they keep up with these
Mm,
players? Because they like I said they missed this call. It's like what's really going on? I hated it. That was just
yeah.
a terrible call and it just kind of ruins the game and this is on prime time.
Yeah. I just don't. I don't agree with the whole. The retaliation. The guy who retaliates always gets penalized. I think it's more so like on a case by case basis. Like if you're gonna throw that flag, at least
Yeah.
go back into the replay booth and see
Yeah,
exactly what
exactly.
happened.
Under 2 minutes. No reason not to.
Exactly. Just go and see exactly what happened. Because if you went back and watched that play, you would see that Tavon Young ended up on the ground. Jack Doyle took his hand, his
Yep.
palm, and shoved his helmet back into the ground while he was trying to get back up. Then Jack
Yep.
Doyle, he gets up and turns around like, oh, he didn't do anything wrong. And Tavon Young
Yep.
comes back and he shoves him as he
Yep.
should. Because like, why would you do
And,
that? You know what I mean?
and what's worse is that Tavon Young literally missed a whole season because of a neck injury.
Yeah.
You
Like,
do
come
something
on.
the wrong way to him, that could be a career ender. Like I'm not trying to
That could be a career ender. Talk
for a
about it.
guy
I mean, for
who's
real.
already had a neck injury, like knowing somebody with a neck injury, like bro, like they can't really do a lot with it. So to go after their head and neck, like you hit his head, twist the wrong way, bro. We're talking about like a serious injury, a career ender.
Right.
And they're just like letting
Exactly.
that. It's just
And you penalize that guy. It's like, no, it should
yeah,
be on a case by case basis. If you go back and watch that replay, Jack Doyle is the one who should have been, penalized with the unsportsmanlike conduct, and that ball should have been coming back.
yep,
But oh my goodness, I don't know. That really pissed me off. And
karma,
I'm glad, yeah, karma.
karma.
So I'm so glad we got the W, and they had to go home on a quiet ass ride back to Indianapolis, just
I
like
hope
in
they took the Mayflower
1984.
trucks too.
Right.
Sorry.
Exactly. We do have another super chat donation. This one's coming from Savix again. Thank you so much. Says definitely thought Houston was going to have a better game. Man, I mean, if they would have given him that sack that he had on
Yeah.
Carson Wentz, that would have been huge. That would have been huge. And I get why they call the horse collar right there, because it was clear it was a horse collar.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I remember before the season started, remember when Brady was saying that thing that was like he said that defensive players are like penalized for offensive mistakes.
Yep.
He said
Yep.
that. And that's what I was thinking about. It's just like, bro, like Justine Houston had like a clean run to the quarterback, and Carson Wentz is going to try everything he can. Of course, he's going to give up his neck, trying to bend
Yeah.
down. He's going to give up his neck and try to spin out of that. So, hey, whatever happens, happens. You know what I mean? We're playing football. If I grab you and then I take you down, it's football. I can see if like you're running behind the guy, and the only way that you can get to him is if you grab his horse collar, and then you're going for a ride and you try to take him down that way, because that's dangerous.
Yeah.
But like, hey man, if you got a clear cut sack and you're doing everything you can to try to bob and weave out of it, hey, don't be mad if you get tugged from the upper part of your body, because that's just what happens. But hey, it
We've
is
seen
what
it
it is.
before in the
Right.
NFL that like they'll call a play and they call it dead, but the dude's still up and running.
Right.
But there's times like yesterday, it's like you could have called that. It was like what 3 or 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Why didn't you
Yeah.
call it dead? That and it screwed us. So
Yeah. It is what it is, though. The Ravens still pulled out the W. Those are some of like our bigger takeaways. So if we just recapping it real quick, what we've gone over so far is just the passing game looks really good. It looks really good, and we've known that. We've known that. It seems like now we've actually forged a new identity. This is the real new identity. You know what I mean? Last year we talked about it and everything, but this year it actually looks like it's the real deal. So that was a big takeaway. Also, of course, the defense needs to play a whole lot better. Tackling was abysmal. Just the running game, just stopping the run. We couldn't stop a runny nose last night. It was that bad. It was that bad. So that was another big takeaway. And then, like you said, refereeing, that was something that was pretty annoying throughout the night as well. And then, like the biggest takeaway out of them all, Lamar Jackson just being Lamar Jackson, and
yeah.
oh my God, like it was insane to watch. Like I'm watching this game. We're down 19 points going into the fourth quarter. I'm like, okay, there's really no way we can win this.
Yeah, I even tweeted, I'm like, let's just stat pad and get the record. Who cares?
Right.
Like, let's just get
And
it.
the thing is, I don't think we would have won that game had Lamar not performed the way that he did, obviously. But like I think that, like, say for example, we had those 3 touchdowns down the stretch to tie the game up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Had those been like real quick touchdowns, things like that, just give them the ball back real quick, we might not have won.
Yeah.
Because the drives that we did have, we ate up some clock. We ate up some clock because he was methodically moving down the field, which people say that he can't do. You know what I mean? He only has the one big play with his arm over the top, but no, he was dicing them up, going down the field, moving methodically. And it was just beautiful to watch. It took time off the clock. It was just perfect. The whole thing was perfect. And then we got to overtime. And you remember, I don't know if you saw the video earlier today, where like after the coin flip, it panned to like Lamar Jackson on camera. He was like, "It's over." He was feeling himself at that point. He was
Because
feeling
we
himself.
never get the ball first in overtime when we have
Yeah.
Lamar. I mean, we got it with the Titans. Did we get it with the Titans? Yeah, we did get it with the Titans. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we didn't get it. No, we got it back. I'm pretty sure. I forget what happened, but
We had it at some point. Yeah.
We had it, and it was like Greg Roman. That's when like it was prime Greg Roman, like just Mark Ingram taking runs. Like it wasn't good. It wasn't good.
Right.
But like this year, the first game of the season we didn't get the ball first, and then we thought they won the game, and then Averett picks it off, and then a proper Greg Roman masterclass. Don't know what he was doing, but yesterday, like Greg Roman in the fourth quarter was a Greg Roman the whole Chiefs game. I don't know what he does, but that is what we need to see from him. He was calling a beautiful game, and our receivers aren't going to be, we don't have the big AJ Green, the DeAndre Hopkins going maul somebody. We got a Hollywood Brown, a Devin Duvernay to literally just catch the ball, and just the yak. We were calling for yak the whole offseason.
Weren't we?
Oh my, bro.
That
yak. Because
the
if
yak
that was
from
last year,
Hollywood.
Marquise, he would have lost so many yards yak-wise because he would have went down. He was fighting.
Right.
He was juke. He broke somebody's ankle so bad. I don't know who it was.
Ooh,
He
was it?
broke
I
their
can't remember his
ankles.
name. Yeah. Oh, he broke that dude on that play, and just a perfect, beautiful throw by Lamar up the sideline. Just, oh my goodness, that was amazing. But the thing I really like about Hollywood most is that Lamar finds him like in the middle of these zones, right? He'll catch the ball. He'll turn around. He's so quick. He is lightning quick. Go back and watch Hollywood Brown. Just you can go and watch a Simple AS10 video of Hollywood Brown highlights, and you can see like what he does. Like as soon as he catches the football, that little quick juke moves he makes
Yeah,
automatically always gets rid of his first guy. Always gets rid of
yeah,
him, and then he's gone. He's got the speed to get around him at least for another 6, 7, 8 yards, which is amazing. Which is
yeah.
amazing. Like he can do that. Sammy Watkins has some of that wiggle in him too. Prochet, just a sure-handed receiver, chain mover. Like I don't get that much playing time, no problem. I'm still gonna come in on a clutch
He
third
deserves
down
more playing
and
time. He
move the
earned it.
chains. He
Earned it.
does. He does. Devin Duvernay, man, just making big catches. Remember that catch he made? I think it was like in the first or second quarter, definitely in the first half.
Hmm.
He was like almost like double covered. He was like going to the ground as he
Sliding,
caught
the
it.
sliding one.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
bro, Duvernay was out there making big catches. Prochet, of course. Of course, we already talked about Hollywood and Andrews, and hey, we haven't even seen Rashad Bateman yet, baby. We have
Can I
not
give
seen
a?
Rashad Bateman yet.
Let me give this a shout out too. Because he had a couple of big catches last night. Josh Oliver. He had like two
Ooh,
or three catches. I mean, but
yeah.
he was catching it, and a big shout out because he gave me his glove after the game. I got the video on my Twitter. If
Oh,
you're gonna go and see it, um,
nice.
to make it a 38-second like meme video of him to like him actually making catches for us is pretty cool. So a big shout out to him.
Yeah,
And just we get Nick Boyle back too. Like we're
yeah,
only getting better, like passing wise. I mean, we'll get Bateman back. Hopefully, Watkins isn't seriously injured, but I am so confident with this passing offense. It's just like I'm not used to it.
yeah,
I'm really
man.
not.
Super confident in the passing attack right now, and we know it's only gonna get better. We know it's only gonna get better, man. Because Lamar, I feel like he's getting a confidence now that like
Oh,
maybe he didn't have before, and a confident Lamar is a dangerous Lamar, especially
mm-hmm.
if you give him weapons. He has more weapons now than he ever has had in his career. So it's like, and we're getting Bateman back this week. Nick Boyle should be back soon. Things are looking up. Things are looking up, especially
Yeah,
for the passing game. The run is where we need to really focus our concern because it's kind of lopsided right now. The run's not looking too hot. Even Lamar running the football. Teams know now. I feel like this is going to be a thing going forward. The Broncos game really kind of put it on display. Hey, we're going to keep trying to shut down Lamar Jackson in the run game and just make him keep passing. So he's
yeah,
gonna have to keep proving it over and over again, and we know he can. See, here's the thing about us Ravens fans: we get to just sit back and watch Lamar Jackson do what we've always known he can do, which is throw the football. You know,
yeah,
all these other teams is just like, oh yeah, you shut down the run, make him throw, you're good. But no, we're seeing that now. You try to cheat up and stop the run, he's gonna throw for over 400 yards on you,
yeah.
just like he did last night.
He couldn't do
So
that
hey,
though.
man,
They would say he couldn't.
they said he couldn't, but now he's top 5 in passing yards in the league. So I don't know.
Passing yards. I thought that was like I haven't heard that about. They said he was never top in passing yards. Now what? Where's it at?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
before we move on, I was watching the games on Sunday. I forget who said it, but they're like, Dak Prescott should be in the MVP conversation. Comeback player, maybe. Bro,
Yeah.
Lamar, even without his yesterday, he should have been in it. Come on now.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Come on.
Lamar Jackson definitely deserves to be in the MVP talk. If you ask me, I think he's leading the MVP race right now. MVP race. Because I mean, you gotta think about it. Nobody is more important to their team than Lamar Jackson is to the Ravens.
Yep.
You take Lamar Jackson off the
Yep.
Ravens,
1-4, 0-5.
yeah, I better say I don't know what to tell you, but you take Justin Herbert off the Chargers and you replace him with a serviceable quarterback.
When
He
they
might
had
still
Tyrod
have
Taylor
something there.
last year, you saw it. I mean, the
You
one
know what I
game.
mean? Exactly. You take Tom Brady off the Bucks, replace Brady with a serviceable quarterback to go along with Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, AB, Rob Gronkowski. I think they'd be okay,
If
right?
Jameis Winston doesn't throw 30 picks, they're making the playoffs a couple years
They're
back.
making the playoffs. But like I said, again, you take Lamar Jackson off the Ravens, it would be turmoil. It would be catastrophic. So with that
He
being
would
said,
capitulate.
exactly, I think that Lamar Jackson is the most valuable player, the most valuable player. On top of the fact that I seen somebody put down here, Tony Hendo says 18 teams. Yeah, Lamar Jackson
Hmm.
has more total yards than 18 teams.
He's not a quarterback or running back. He's the whole offense. All
He is
right.
the offense. Yeah,
Less. That is what he is.
yeah. He is the offense. Let's see. Jonathan Washington Jr. says, "You cannot convince me there is another player in the league that is more crucial to their team's success than Lamar is. He is the most valuable player for his team, and he has the stats to back it up." Yeah,
And what's crazy is that there's always people talking, about him and what he can't do. But, you guys like Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady,
yeah,
Peyton Manning, I think those guys know a lot more about the game than some dude on Twitter or just talking rubbish about it. I'm going
yeah.
to take what they say because they say that this guy is the real deal. They have so much respect for him. So he is the most valuable player. And, he does have the stats to back it up. And he has the legends to back it up as well. So,
Right. Yeah. He's got the whole package, man. So yeah, that was the game against the Colts. It was a thrilling game. It was just a lot to take in. It was an emotional roller coaster, like we said. We started off super flat, and at a certain point, it looked like we were pretty much almost dead, like almost down and out. And I thought it was interesting that you said what you said in the beginning of the pod, where you were like, Calais Campbell was actually rallying the troops on the sideline, and then he goes out there and gets that blocked field goal.
yeah.
That's amazing, right? Like that's like you can't ask for better leadership than that. Somebody who's on the sideline, like barking at his guys, like, "Hey, we need to get this shit together," and then goes out on the field and leads by example. Wow,
Mm-hmm.
we're lucky to have a Calais Campbell on our team. Plus, he's been having like a career year. Nobody's noticed, like
Yeah.
just in
Turning back the
impacting
clock.
plays, turning
The
back the
stats
clock for
aren't there.
sure.
The stats aren't
The
there,
stats
but
aren't
it's the
there,
fact he's
right?
taking up 2, 3 guys. That's the big thing. So
Exactly, exactly. So big shout out to Calais Campbell as well. But yeah, that's reviewing the game from last night. We were supposed to win that game more handedly, of course, but
yeah.
and of course, on struggling on primetime television is very frustrating as a Ravens fan because if you lose on primetime television, the next day you're gonna get killed. Lamar's gonna get killed. Um, all that. So super glad we pulled out the victory. And now we are on to the LA Chargers next week. Well, this week coming up in Baltimore, M&T Bank Stadium at 1
Great game.
p.m. Going to be a
Great game.
great game. This is our heat check.
Yep.
This is our heat
Th-
check right here.
to me, this is like if I could put it in a 2019 terms, this is the Patriots game. This is like,
Mm,
okay, you had a big win over the Seahawks. Let's see
mm,
what you do against the Patriots. I mean, not the same undefeated type, but it's like this is a
right.
hot team.
I feel
What can
that.
you do?
Yeah.
So, but people were like, they're like, this isn't trying to just like reminisce, I guess, and compare. They said this reminds them of 2012, and I can see it because our defense, like everybody wants to say that Flacco didn't, lead us to that Super Bowl, bro. Our defense was like
Yeah.
mid, and we were just winning it, grinding out wins. Like, I'm not confident in this team, but it's the fact that we're getting these wins, and at the end of the day, you can win by 100 or win by 1. A win is a
Yeah.
win,
A win is a win,
and,
man.
and we're turning them out.
Yeah, we are. And the thing that I like the most is that it seems to be like there's no quit in this team. Like
No,
they just keep fighting and fighting and they're just there. They just don't go away. Like that's what's the most amazing to me because like you said, most teams, 70, 80%, 90% of teams in the league, they're not coming back from 19
no,
down like in
no,
one quarter. They're not
no,
doing that. Right.
no.
They don't have a quarterback who can lead 3 passing touchdown drives like back to back to back. Like it's just nothing. They don't
Yep.
they don't have that. Most teams don't have that. So the fact that we do and that we're showing that, like we put it on display for the entire world to see last night. That hey, the Ravens are here to stay. We're not going anywhere. There were a lot of people who were getting their articles ready last night and
Yep.
getting all their hot takes ready to kill the Ravens, to kill the
Yep.
Ravens. But hey, turned it around. So that should show them. That should show everybody that hey, the Ravens are here to stay, and they are the real deal.
And we
But
talk about like
yeah,
Lamar being a leader.
yeah,
He's not a vocal leader, but he leads by example. He doesn't quit,
he does. Right.
and the team feeds off of that. So that's what
Yeah.
you really ask for.
Absolutely, man. But yeah, just down the stretch, Lamar Jackson. I want to bring on one more play from last night's game. I think it was on the overtime drive. It
Mm-hmm.
was the one design run that Lamar Jackson did have on that drive.
Oh, that needs to be worked on in practice. Those plays
Well, no, it was the one where he took it up the middle.
was the one he fumbled on, or no, or like
No.
he was
The
okay.
one
Okay,
OT.
okay. I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about now. I got you. I got you.
Yes, I think it was like what 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4, something like that.
Yeah.
Design run, QB option. He takes it up the middle, and just there's a linebacker right there who's gonna stop him from getting the first down. just makes a guy miss. Alex, I don't know if I don't know if you understand like what I'm trying to say right here, but like the fact that he is so dynamic with his arm, he at that point had already thrown for over 400 yards. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like you're telling me not only can he throw for over 400 yards, but he needs to pick up a couple of yards on the ground, and all he needs to do is make one linebacker miss, something that
Mm-hmm.
90% of the quarterbacks in the league cannot do, and he
Mm-hmm.
just does it with ease. That's it goes to show like that's an MVP right there. That's the best football player on the field. And that's what I'm talking about. Lamar Demetrius Jackson Jr. Like
Mm.
he is different.
Government name.
Yeah, it's different with him, man. It's different. When I saw that play, I was like, okay, yeah. Like you telling me you need a first down, it's 1-on-1, he's gonna beat a linebacker. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. But just talking more about this Chargers game coming up. We're not gonna
Well, I
talk
got one
about it
more
too
point.
heavy, yeah. Oh, you got one
One
more?
more
Sure, yeah.
point.
Go ahead.
I know this. A lot of people who watch this a lot probably won't expect me to say this, but I was watching that Packers Bengals game. I watched the Rams Seahawks game on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
What I saw were two coaches that don't have a lot of faith in their quarterback when they should. It was 4th and inches in the red zone, and Sean McVay took Matt Stafford off the field. Took 3. It was overtime. It was 3rd and 15, or it's fourth quarter, and Matt LaFleur took off the reigning MVP Aaron Rodgers off the field, and they missed a field goal. They should have lost the game, but got lucky. John Harbaugh asked his quarterback what he wants to do. I have so much respect for John Harbaugh for the way he handles and the way he trusts our quarterback, who's only
Yeah.
24 years old, and allows him to make his own decisions on the field because he knows that's like what the best thing he's going to do.
Yeah.
So I just want to give a big shout out to John Harbaugh because without him as a coach, this team's 3-2, 2-3. I mean, as much as I got to give credit to Lamar, I got to give credit to Harbaugh. So yeah, I just want to just give a lot of credit to him because I know I slash him, but what I see from him this year is a different coach, and just gotta give him his props where they deserve.
Yeah, I mean, because Harbaugh, he gives Lamar the keys, right? He lets him drive, man, and that's what you love to see, like that trust from your coach to your quarterback. And I lost my train of thought there. What I was gonna say? Oh yeah, with John Harbaugh. That's right. You also met John Harbaugh. Well, you had an
Yeah.
encounter with him yesterday as well. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so I'm front row like when all the players come down and then I was like, Harbaugh, I'm just yelling. I'm like, I love you. And he looks at me dead in the eyes like, we love you. I'm like, no, I love you. And like coming from somebody who like is very critical of him, like that really
Yeah.
meant a lot because I'm like, damn, like I can't lie. Like, yeah, I want him fired before, but like now it's like I can definitely see what he's doing as a coach. My only problem with him is just how loyal he is to his coordinators. I understand loyalty in the NFL, but like I said, Wink needs to get a little talking to because his defense is not playing well. But
Oh,
there's not many other coaches I'd rather have than Harbaugh. So
yeah.
I just gotta give a shout out to him.
Yeah, definitely a big shout out to John Harbaugh, Ravens head coach. Yeah, I mean, and you can see like when they give Lamar the keys to kind of like run the offense, it's a night and day difference in productivity, right? Like you look at how we start off football games, you can tell we start off the game like very like, okay, this is the game plan. It's not going to be all Lamar. We're not going to really run it through him, so to say, and we come out flat oftentimes.
Yeah,
But
like a
then
soda.
exactly. As the game goes on, we kind of like revert back to who we truly are, which is Lamar running our offense. And when he starts to run our offense the way he wants to, you see the production and you see us put up points. So
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe we should start doing that more earlier than like more sooner than later, because I don't know. I don't really like coming out flat. You notice like
Neither do I.
in the 2019 season when we were blowing teams out, we were blowing them out because we were coming out swinging. You know what I mean?
7
We were scoring
points every
exactly
drive felt
first
like
drive.
we didn't take 3. Remember the time like Sam Cook? I think Lamar had more passing touchdowns than Sam Cook had punts that year, which is
Yeah,
crazy to think. 36 touchdowns to what, like 28 punts? I'm pretty sure it's crazy.
crazy.
Wild.
Exactly. Yeah, man. Give Lamar the keys. Looks like Harbaugh wants to do that more often, so we'll see. Now, in
Just
terms
like
of
I said,
this,
he trusts him.
yeah,
Let's just get
right.
into it. I'm tired of just. It was a hell of a game last night. Let's move on.
Yeah, the Joker 811 comes in with another super chat donation. Thank you so much, my man. Says, did y'all notice
Thank you.
the offense started to go no huddle to keep the Colts off balance, and it worked well. Yeah, I
And you
mean, we
notice
talked
Lamar
about
was
that,
calling
man.
plays, I'm pretty sure.
Well, yeah, I think he was, wasn't he?
I saw him
It
do
looked like
the
he
little.
was.
He was doing that. I'm like,
Yeah,
is this? I'm like, are we getting? Is this? Is Lamar running the show?
because it looked
Love
so
it.
easy for him. Just looked so easy for him. Like when he was out there, he was just dealing, just dealing. How many passes did he complete? Like 37 passes. 37
I
passes,
think 37 for
86%
43.
completion. Yeah,
Yeah,
like come on, man. He had
442
to have been
yards.
out there calling his own plays. It's like Madden. You call your own plays. You know exactly what routes are going. You
Right,
do everything to
right.
your liking. But yeah, we have another super chat donation. This one coming
Ah,
in from Gerald
no
himself,
other man.
making it rain here on episode 77 of the
Thank you,
Purple Rain
Gerald.
podcast. Thank you so much. Gerald says, even though the running game is not as strong as it once was, it feels good seeing Lamar Jackson throw bullets downfield. Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely. He was definitely dotting up the Colts secondary. And guys, listen, we know that the Colts secondary was banged up last night, but hey,
Ah,
we have
I mean
17
the
players on
week
IR.
before,
I don't want to
the week
hear it. I
before
just
he
don't.
torched the Broncos too.
Yeah, which is one of the best secondaries in the league, according to the
The
league. So
stats.
the stats. So I don't know. But anyway, thank you
Yeah.
so much, Gerald, for your super chat donation. We appreciate you, my guy.
Thank you,
We
Gerald.
appreciate you. Yeah. Um, let's see. So yeah, just talking a little bit more about the Chargers game. Of course, guys, we will get into our full preview of that game on Thursday, 7 o'clock. Make sure you guys are tuned in, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. You don't want to miss Thursday because the preview episodes are always lit. Um, but yeah, we'll get into that a little bit more on Thursday. But I think we should go around the league now. I think we should go
Okay.
around the league. Yeah,
While we're talking about the Chargers going around the league, Chargers
mm.
Browns. What
Chargers
a game!
Browns. Oh yeah,
Honestly, that was the game of the week. I would say before the Ravens Colts. That was a hell of a game. Hell of a
yeah,
game. Just nonstop, back and forth. The
yeah,
Browns must just be terrible with the 47-42 score. Last year, Monday night, now this year,
yeah,
like that was the Browns' game to lose. They were up
yeah.
and they blew it. They blew
Yeah, it just feels like sometimes the Browns are still like the little bros of the AFC. You know what
it.
I
As
mean?
they
They
should.
they put up a fight, but
Yeah, they did.
most times when it comes down to it, they kind of get walked on. And we saw that again on Sunday. Justin Herbert and those boys, they definitely did what needs to be done to pull out that win. And Justin Herbert's been playing really, really well. He's also in the MVP discussion as well. I think he threw how many touchdowns against the Browns?
I think he had a 5. I think we had Herbert. No, I think he threw for 4, ran for 1.
Okay.
I'm not
'Cause I
too.
know
I just know
Josh
he went
Allen did
off at the
something
end of the season.
similar.
Yeah, we can get in that, but
Yeah.
I don't know, Justin Herbert's playing amazing, but dude, Mike Williams, what
Oh, dude.
a season, dude. Him and Keenan Allen right there, they might be the best 1-2 right now in the NFL.
I've been saying about Mike Williams, bro. Like, if he's healthy, man, he is dominant. He's a go up and get it 50-50 ball, except for he's
With some
80 and the other guy's
speed.
20%. He's going to go up and get it, and he has some speed, too. And he's a big guy. It's just like, he's a perfect wide receiver, man. You can't ask for
He's
more.
also a free agent after this year.
He is. He is. So we definitely got to keep a lookout on that for sure. And yeah, it's gonna be wild. Like I think the fact that the Chargers just beat the Browns is gonna make our matchup with them this Sunday even more interesting. Because hey, you just beat, what I'm saying, like our little brothers in the AFC North. Now you got to get through us. It's gonna be a very
Yeah,
emotional game. I can definitely tell. Two heavyweights in the AFC. They're gonna be going at it. That was a good game. Let me see what other games were good. Broncos lost to the Steelers, so the Steelers
that
bounced
was
back.
that was a good game, and now Juju's out for the year with that shoulder
Yeah,
injury. I
yeah,
love what I saw from Chase Claypool. That was a Claypool we saw last year. He took over the game. Ben was slinging that effort. I'm not trying to curse, and Claypool was coming down with it. And
yeah,
then Steelers defense ended it. It was shaky, but they ended it.
yeah, yeah. They did, and the Broncos are looking more and more phony. I think we exposed them.
And, I'll be honest. In the 2 games the Steelers have won, I've been rooting for them. I rooted for them to beat the Bills, rooted for them to beat the Broncos. I've done it, so I'm done rooting for the Steelers. All right, I'm done. I just want to
Yeah.
see Vic Fangio get hurt again.
Yeah. Speaking of Vic Fangio, we didn't even end up breaking that rushing record. When she was so salty over.
He made it. Like he blew it out of proportion. Like it wasn't that serious to us. We just did it to
Yeah.
do it, and like
Yeah.
they just blew it out. Whatever.
Yeah. Exactly. I don't know. What other games were interesting over the weekend? Cowboys look really good. Beating up on the
Kadarius Toney looked
Giants
good too.
as they should. Kadarius Toney does look really good. I saw some highlights of him earlier.
Yeah.
Um, but no, the Cowboys are a legit top 5 team in the league. No,
Think I
I
could put top
think
10.
so.
I can rock with top 10.
I think you got to put them at like 5. I mean, their defense is playing way better than it has the last couple seasons. The O line looks better. Zeke looks like he's coming back into form. Dak looks like he's in full command of that offense. Everything's clicking in Dallas right now, man.
My problem is with the Giants. I mean Bills, Cardinals, Chargers, Ravens, Bucks is my. I mean that's 5 right there. I mean I can put them in 6 through 10. I can definitely call them a top 10 team. I can call them top 10.
I guess we got to see Dallas beat somebody for real. We got to see them beat.
What's their?
Who did they?
I'll pull up their schedule because I know they're gonna have. If they can win that big game, I can definitely rock with them making a case for top 5, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, and I feel like there was one team that they might have beat that was like pretty good. I can't remember though. I have to see them beat like the Rams or do something
They
to
beat
the
the
to the
Chargers
Cardinals.
2017. They beat the
They did
Chargers.
beat the Chargers. That's
You
right.
know
They beat the
what?
Chargers.
I could rock with them top 5. I can see that now. I can see
Like
that.
they look good, and it looks like they're
Then
only getting
Eagles,
better.
They beat the Eagles, Panthers, Giants, Patriots this week. Patriots, Vikings, Broncos, Falcons, Chiefs. If they can beat the Chiefs and the Raiders, that's some statement stuff right there.
It'll be for real. Yeah, for sure. By the way, guys, we got about 84 people watching live right now. 87, my bad.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you like the video. Like the video while you're here. Also, subscribe to the channel if you are new to Purple Rain Podcast as well. But yeah, man, the Cowboys, Trayvon Diggs is balling
Yeah,
out of control, man. We're talking 6
ball
picks in
hawk,
5 games.
ball hawk,
Well, he
crazy.
used to play wide receiver
Is that last
at,
name?
at Alabama.
Is that
Yeah,
last name?
it's like it's crazy because like I didn't know that he played receiver at Alabama until today. But when I was watching his interception that he had the other day, I was like, damn, he really went up there and like took that out of the air. Like he was the wide
Yeah,
receiver. Like
yeah,
he actually plays receiver. And come to find out, he actually did play receiver. That's why it looks so natural. Yeah, man. Trayvon Diggs he's a problem. The voice says, who got
he
6
is.
picks? Trayvon Diggs, man. Diggs is really good. He's the real deal.
And I
That
mean,
Dallas defense is the real deal now.
the Giants with Daniel Jones and Saquon, Kenny Galladay, like they lost their starting quarterback, running back, and wide receiver one.
Oh yeah, it
They're
was
cursed,
bad.
man. They're
It was
cursed.
bad. It's not a good time to be a Giants fan at all. But yeah, the Cowboys look good. Cowboys look good. Other than that, Bills beat up on the Chiefs.
Speaking of digs, let's go to the other digs.
Yeah, Bills definitely beat up on the Chiefs, man.
You know,
I don't know if everybody expected this type of beat down, but I mean, winning by
the
18.
Chiefs are in regression.
Hmm.
I think it's time to say that their O line cannot block.
Mm,
Their defense looks JV.
mm.
And the Ravens provided the blueprint for it. Leave it at that.
Yeah. Hey, it's still early. It's still
It
early.
is
There's still a
early,
lot of football to be played. They're not playing well right now, but something will click in that locker room between Andy Reid, Pat Mahomes, Bieniemy, all those guys. They'll get it together. We know they can win a shootout. We
but
know
it's
they can put up
almost
a lot of
like
points.
they need some receiver help because Tyreek Hill can't do it all along with Kelsey. It's almost like they lost a receiver too, isn't it?
Yeah, low
I thought he
key.
wasn't. I thought he wasn't a weapon though.
I don't know. They got Josh Gordon now. Hey, I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. They did lose Clyde Edwards-Helaire though for a couple weeks to
Yeah,
injury though.
that's. I
Yeah,
saw they're actually interested in Marlon Mack, which that would be a really good. If they can trade for him, that'd be a
yeah.
really good pickup.
They should totally do that. They should totally do that. But what does this say about the Bills?
It's that they're the best team in the AFC.
Best team in the AFC, not the NFL?
Yep, AFC.
They're
I
not better
want
than the
AFC.
Cardinals.
I still got Cardinals number 1.
Got you,
Now,
got you.
after next week, I mean, the fact they lost Max Williams, former Raven, that was a
Mm,
really bad injury. we
Yeah.
could see the offense switch up a little bit because he was balling out for them. But right now, I
Yeah.
still got the Cardinals one.
Yeah. I
I
feel you.
was, and then Rondale Moore, like D Hop, AJ Green, Christian Kirk, and now Rondale Moore. That catch he made on the sideline, which is
That
disgusting.
catch, oh my goodness. The toe
Purdue.
drag swag. It was, man,
Shout out to Nate
that
Burleson for
was
that
nice.
one.
Yeah.
Nasty.
That was nice. But yeah, man, the Bills, they've definitely cemented themselves as number one in the AFC. Will definitely concede that. But where do the Ravens fall in the AFC standings?
Top two.
Top two. Okay. Okay.
Top two.
I
I
like
got
that.
Chargers
So
3 probably.
Chargers aren't better than us.
No,
Got you.
because of
Got you.
one person only, number 8.
Yeah. I mean, when it really comes down to it, like Chargers against the Ravens, like you're looking at Lamar Jackson versus Justin Herbert. And for my money, I'm taking Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
That's just me. I am.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, don't think there were too many more very, very interesting games. I mean, the Texans played the Patriots pretty close. Patriots only won by
Chris
3
Moore.
there.
Chris Moore
Chris Moore
breakout game for the Texans.
Oh, wow.
He had a big touchdown. Big touchdown.
Oh, yeah, 5 catches for 109 and a touchdown. Okay,
That's
Chris
what I'm
Moore.
talking about Chris Moore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
That's what you love to see. Shout out to our guy.
I mean, let me look. Bears Raiders. I mean, if we want to get into it,
we know why the Raiders came out flat.
Yeah. But Justin Fields. I mean, I honestly don't think the Bears with Nagy are using him correctly. I think Nagy still has to go. Buccaneers Dolphins. Tom Brady doesn't matter how old he is, gonna ball.
Yeah, but it's the Dolphins, though. I think the Dolphins are not what people expected them to be. Brian Flores, a head coach, people thought, okay, there's a new regime, everything like that. But just don't know if Tua is it, man. Like Tua and company, like
it's like he's not even playing. So if he's like, what difference would Tua make if he was there? You know.
I know, like, and when he is playing, what do we really do? We like what we see from Tua? Because I'm not really all that impressed.
I don't like what I see from his brother who plays for Maryland. So, did you see the Vikings-Lions game?
I did not catch that one live, no.
So the Lions score late, go for 2 to take a 1-point lead with like 30, 40, 50 seconds left. The Vikings don't kick a field goal to win the game. And Dan Campbell's in his presser dude crying. Like, the Lions actually have a coach who cares about the team. Like, I don't want them to fire him because he knows what he's doing. He's making the Lions a competitor. Yeah, it's like the Lions are the opposite Ravens. They've been in these close games, but just lose them. We've been in the close games and win them. That's the difference.
Yeah. Lions are cursed.
And then Saints Washington. Real quick, I just want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Jameis Winston just threw a prayer up and it was answered. That was was pretty.
That one right before halftime.
Yeah. Yeah.
That killed me. Yeah. All right. So that is around the league for this week. Week 6 is coming up real soon. Today's Tuesday, not Monday. We normally go live on Monday. So Thursday Night Football is right around the corner, which means week 6 is right around the corner. So can't wait till that happens. Let's see. Our guy Gerald in here has a question here for us. Says, if the Ravens win against the Chargers, what record do you see the Ravens having when the regular season ends? So if we beat the Chargers, it's really off to the races. I feel like, we start off 5-1. We could end the season.
That's nasty.
Man, we could end the season a cool.
I would say once.
We could win like 13 games. We win 13 games.
13-4, 12-5. I think is very realistic.
Yeah.
If we win this game, if not 11 wins, I think is probably realistic. If we win this game, 12-13 is definitely it.
Right. Yeah.
And I honestly, like, after watching that Bills game, I'm kind of scared of the Bills. They're nasty.
I'm scared of that defense is just.
And our secondary and our defense against them.
Yeah.
But
I don't think we match up very well.
The Bills they're the Ravens if we don't get the injury bug. It's like y'all really haven't lost what we've lost. Like we've been hurt. Like our running backs, our corner, our linebacker. Like damn, like that's us if we don't lose anybody. It's torching teams.
You know what's crazy? The thing is, you're right. Because I mean, you take a Gus Edwards and a J.K. Dobbins and a Marcus Peters, and you put them all on this team. You put Marcus Peters on the Ravens last night, and the Colts might not even ever take the lead on us. I don't know,
Right.
because maybe Anthony Averett's not giving up all those underneath routes and
Right.
everything like that. I just saying. Maybe if we were up 14 against the Raiders and we were leaning on them with Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins, maybe we don't lose that game. Maybe we blow them out some more. So no, I definitely get your point there. But the Bills, they are going to be, the AFC is going to run through them this year. That's what it's looking
Yeah.
like.
Yep.
That's
Going
what
to
it's looking
Buffalo.
like.
And we can
So
get revenge.
yeah, we can.
I guess before we end this little segment, let's
Yeah.
give a shout to Joe Burrow. Like
Yeah.
he is the
He's
real
a
deal.
real deal. Him and Jamar Chase.
Oh,
Yeah.
great minds think alike. Dude,
Yes,
Jamar
sir.
Chase, like he's just nasty.
Oh man, you
Yeah,
talk about like just that chemistry that those two have. It's just like you can tell that they've played together for a while. It's crazy. That one touchdown where Joe Burrow's like hanging in the pocket for like at least a good 5-6 seconds, and he runs around, throws it up to Jamar Chase, and Jamar Chase just barely gets it around the other guy and takes it in for a score.
Joe Burrow and Patrick Queen, like I was like the Towson football team, but like I root for LSU because of them. Like just seeing them still ball out in the NFL is pretty cool. Like him and Jamar, that's
very cool. Let's see. Kelly Sports says Jamar Chase is on track to have the greatest rookie wide receiver year ever.
From one LSU receiver to the other, from Justin Jefferson to Jamar Chase. Crazy.
Yeah. He's had a touchdown in every game except for one, I believe. So, yeah, man, those two are definitely making a name for themselves. Joe Burrow did go down with like a scary looking injury.
Yeah,
the other day, but it was good he came back.
Game.
Yeah. But yeah. So that is around the league. I think we have covered all of our bases tonight. Yeah, we actually have covered all of our bases tonight. So I think that's going to do it for us tonight here on this episode of the Purple Rain Podcast, episode 77. Just reviewing,
unless there's any questions. That's the only thing I got.
Oh, questions.
Unless there's questions.
Yeah. We have questions. We have questions tonight. Let's see.
Anything. There's a lot of things to talk about.
Fire them off before we get out of here. We'll answer a couple of you guys' questions, whether it be about Ravens football, other teams, anything else. Let us know. Void kicks us off here. It says, Judon is looking nice in New England. What are your thoughts?
I gotta agree. What is that? He's just like 6.5 sacks, I think. 6.5 already.
Yeah, looking good.
Good for him.
Good, man. Yeah, definitely good for Judon. I mean,
the wins aren't what you want. The stats are. I mean, if you're into that, but
yeah,
I'm still happy we got Owe. I still am. If we had to trade Owe for Judon, I'm kind of because Owe shows up in the big games is what I like.
Speaking of Owe, Luis says defensive rookie of the year.
I mean, I think Diggs is there number one right now just because.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Kind of like the Herbert Justin Jefferson last year. I'm not gonna say Herbert didn't deserve it, but for what Justin Jefferson did at receiver is wild. But it looks better for Diggs right now with those 6 interceptions. But what Owe's done for us, and we've been struggling with, having a guy like that, like always kind of, not saying he's Suggs, but he's kind of like giving that Suggs mentality, that play style.
Odafe Owe had a strip sack last night. A strip sack. You know how hard it is to get a strip sack in the NFL?
Didn't somebody call it? I think you called it. I think you called it last Thursday.
Did I?
I think somebody called out like how somebody said we haven't had a strip sack yet. I think somebody was.
Oh, we did say something about that. I feel like.
Yeah, I remember strip sacks.
Yeah, we got to go back and look at this.
Okay.
They were saying Diggs is not a rookie. He's not a rookie.
Oh, he's not. Okay, then
he's a second-year player.
I believe Twitter then because somebody said he's gonna win defensive rookie of the year.
Yeah, his second year. I believe like in his last like 5. No. I think in his last like 6 or 7 games he has like 10 picks or something like that. Or last 9 games he has 10 picks, something like that. It's something crazy.
But yeah, defensive rookie of the year. I'm all for it.
Yeah, always looking good, man. Looking very good. Let's see what else we have from you guys here. Dylan says, should we trade for Marlon Mack with him on the trade block?
They won't want to do no business with us.
Yeah, after last night. But nah, man, I don't know. Like our running backs, I think what they'll probably do is give them more time. whether it be Tyson Williams, whether it be Le'Veon Bell, Devonta Freeman, Latavius Murray, one of those guys is going to emerge as like, I don't want to say like the bell cow back, but just going to get
Yeah.
the lion's share of the carries after a certain point, once they're all kind of broken in and our coaching staff knows exactly what they want to do with those guys. So I don't see us trading for Marlon Mack or anything like that. If anything, I'd say we probably trade away one of our running backs for another position of need, like maybe, I don't know, offensive tackle, linebacker. I don't know. But yeah. Corner, yeah, because that, Jesus Christ. All right, let's see. Our guy King says Bateman debut numbers. So yeah, Rashad Bateman should be making his Ravens debut against the LA Chargers in Baltimore this coming Sunday. What do you think his numbers will be?
575 1.
Okay, that's really good for a debut. That's really, really good.
I'm looking at him taking some catches away from Prochet. And I mean, if Watkins doesn't play or is limited, some of them too. So I can definitely see him getting a touchdown.
Yeah. Ah, man, because I just know he's going to be on a snap count.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. I'll probably go like 3 catches on 5 or 6 targets.
Okay.
For about 40 to 50 yards. I don't think he scores a touchdown. Yeah, I know. I feel like the touchdowns will go to Hollywood. It'll go to. I'm predicting one for Sammy Watkins. If he plays, I'm predicting one for him. I really want one for James Prochet too. He deserves it, man. He deserves to get in the end zone. But yeah, that's what I think. Let's see. J Prime 235 says overall thoughts on how this season will go from here.
Roller coaster.
Yeah, we don't know because we just keep doing this. We keep doing this. We go into a game thinking we're about to blow the team out. All you guys in the Rain Gang are predicting, oh, we're going to go 45-7, 35-10, all these things. And, me included. And then you see what we do last night. We fight it out all the way to the end with a team who has 1 win. So I just don't know. There's no telling how the rest of the season will go from here. But if I had to go on like trajectory path, like with us winning these games and us being as resilient as we are, like I said before, I think we can win 13 games. Fingers crossed. Lisa says, how do we contain Justin Herbert?
Ooh, well, you don't play like we did last night. Number one, let's just get that out of the way. Because if we play like we did last night, Herbert is cooking us up for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, man, I feel like Wink has to really he's got to show Justin Herbert a lot of different looks. Confuse the young quarterback.
He's still young.
He's still young, exactly. So do that, and then also, of course, what's the way to always beat any team? If you can get more pressure with less men, that's how you're gonna get stifle their game plan. So that's how we contain Justin Herbert. Let's see. We'll take a couple more here. Darius the official says, what do you think about your Bulls, Alex? They look solid, not gonna lie.
Lonzo looking different, I'm telling you that right now. I love it.
Yeah, man. Hopefully Lonzo, I like what I've seen from Lonzo these last couple of years. He's developed a jump shot. His handles look good. His defense is all right. I like what I see from Lonzo. Let's see. Jonathan.
Oh, you can pull that one up. I was going to ask that question. Go ahead. Pull it up.
Yeah. Jonathan Washington Jr. says, what were your thoughts on the Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder trilogy? It's crazy. Wilder didn't want to show sportsmanship. Fury beat him all 3 fights. Fury is the better boxer. He's Wilder's kryptonite.
That was a crazy fight, number one. That was wild.
It was a good fight.
That was a slugfest, dude. Oh, my.
Oh, yeah. It's what you want to see if, you only watch boxing once or twice a year. You know what I mean? I tune in to see a Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. That's me too, because I really don't watch boxing. I watch more UFC than anything. But that fight was very, very entertaining from start to finish. I didn't even realize that fight got all the way to the 11th round. That's how much fun I was having watching that fight. It just seemed like it just sped by that quick. But the fact that Wilder didn't want to show any sportsmanship, that is you being a sore loser. But I know that Wilder is so much passion in that guy's heart, man. He's so passionate. And after losing to a guy like Tyson Fury twice, that you feel like I'm sure Deontay Wilder feels like he's probably not supposed to lose to Tyson Fury. He's probably been beating guys like Tyson Fury up his whole life. You know what I mean? But he ran into a better man when it comes to boxing, and it just is what it is. I'm sure after the fact, he probably maybe reached out to him or something like that, because he realized that was, not the coolest thing to do. It's not a good look at all. It's kind of like after their last fight, and he was complaining about his ring outfit that he walked, because it was weighing him down or whatever. It's just not a good look. But overall, man, Wilder or Tyson Fury is leaps and bounds of a better boxer than Deontay Wilder is. That's what it really boils down to. Wilder really only has like one or two combinations. He was throwing that big 1-2, trying to land that right hand, just wasn't there. Tyson Fury was making sure he was out of the way of that, and Tyson Fury just has way too many tricks up his sleeve, man.
Yeah,
He can hit him from all different angles, and it just wasn't looking good, man. Wilder was pretty much done by like the fourth or fifth round. So
that
yeah,
was. I was surprised that. I mean, he fought back. I thought he was done, and then he knocks down Fury the same round. Like that
yeah,
was. It was
that's
just back and
crazy.
forth. It was just like for I don't watch boxing whatsoever, so like just I'm used to watching those BS YouTube fights, But seeing
Yeah,
the actual like professional, because yeah, those I call that professional compared to that YouTube bullshit. Like,
yeah.
bro, that was. I mean, I felt like I robbed somebody because I didn't. I watched it free, but that right there, if I were to pay the $60 or whatever it is, like you got your money's worth just for that fight.
You definitely,
Free.
definitely got your money's worth watching that fight for sure. All right, we'll take about one, two more here. We do have one. This one's kind of interesting. Coming from our guy Void says, at this moment, if you could have any two Ravens players in their prime back, one on each side of the football, who you taking? Right now, give me Jamal Lewis or Ray Rice, and Ed Reed or Ray Lewis.
Definitely Ray. Definitely Ray on the defense because linebacker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going Ray Lewis on the defense.
Offense.
Offense, I
Maybe
like what you're saying. Say again.
maybe Ogden for me. Line for sure.
I like that. Okay. That's not the sexy pick,
But
but I
I
like
but
that.
I see running. I do see running back though. Like I
Yeah, that's what
definitely
I'm
get behind a
saying.
running back.
For sure. And like, do we want Jamal Lewis or Ray Rice, though?
Hell, Willis
Mm,
McGahee. I mean, he wasn't. I mean, Willis. He was nice too in his prime.
I think I'd rather have Jamal Lewis.
Yeah, Jamal for sure. But
Give me Jamal Lewis, a bruising running back, you know, kind of like a better Gus Edwards, you know.
yeah,
I'll go with Jamal Lewis there. And then Ray Lewis on the defense.
yeah.
All right. Let's see. Kayla Sports says thoughts on Gruden. Obviously, Gruden, man, not the Raiders coach anymore after those emails came to light, with all sorts of
Mid game.
racism, misogynist, homophobia and things like that. Mid game, we found out during our game last night that John
Yeah,
Gruden is no
you could have
longer the coach
waited.
of the Las Vegas Raiders. Right.
You
Well,
could
let
have
us have our
waited.
moment. Let us have our moment, right? The
First, you
entire
ruined our week
halftime
one.
show, right? The entire halftime show is about John Gruden, like last night. I was like, whatever. But yeah, man, it's definitely a shame that like one Gruden went all this time, smiling in the face of his players and coaching staff and things like that. But behind closed doors, he was saying all these mean and nasty things
A big
about all
F
these
you. Yeah.
people. Right, exactly. It's just like he had to have stepped down. There was no way he was coming back from that, especially in this day and age.
I don't expect anything less from the Raiders, to be honest, either.
Yeah,
I really don't. I mean, there's so many questionable things they, as an organization, have done.
yeah,
Like just moving, like going to Vegas, and then even just with this, some of the signings they make, the way they deal with off the field issues too. I'm not surprised, and it's
right.
obviously it was at the point of no return too. He knew it was going to happen. He used to know
Yeah,
if he was going to resign or he was going to get fired. So
yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. So he's out of there. Probably won't be back as a head coach or
or
anywhere.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or anything. So yeah. Goodbye and good riddance, honestly, if you ask me. But hey.
I mean, I know one person who's happy for this. Urban
Well,
Meyer.
oh yeah,
Urban Meyer.
I'm not the first coach to get fired.
Right.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for our question segment and for this episode of PRP episode 77. Thank you guys so much for coming through and joining us for yet another installment of the Purple Rain podcast. We appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming through. I did not give a shout out. Holy shit. I did not give a shout out to the hashtag replay gang all
Oh,
night. So big shout out to the hashtag replay gang who is watching this after the fact. We love you guys so much. Make sure you hashtag replay gang down in the comments because we love to see it. But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and let my man Alex take us out for the night.
thank you for coming through. Episode 77 of the Purple Rain podcast. Oi, a victory Tuesday. Usually
Oh
victory
yeah,
Mondays, but a victory Tuesday feels good. But yeah, so I hope you guys have a great week. Make it a fantastic week. The positive thoughts. And as always, remember, stay positive, test negative.
And never, ever, ever forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, because we are doing a giveaway at 2,000 subs. Make sure you guys remember that. But never, ever, 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 ever forget to call God. We're going to catch you guys in the next one. It's been episode 7.